Hey, family. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to show my pretty face. I pray all is well with many of you. I am back with another collective reading. That's right. This is my way of giving back. Many of you have been so nice to me and so loving and supportive of my channel, and I thank you so much. I really do. So, with this collective reading, family, I'm going to split it up in three groups. Now, before I get started, write down these letters, okay? Because many of these letters are repeating. So, for many of you that have the same similar letters, first name, you might need to look at another group as well when it comes to that reading. So, for group one, first name, write these letters down: B, W, M, T, R, L, S, D. This is the first letters of one's name. Now, you might say, well, my name don't start with that. Well, if it's not your actual first name that starts with these letters, it could be your YouTube username. Keep that in mind as well. Please know there are no coincidences. Now, group two, your first name. Write these down so you get an idea if it's you. I, V, P, B, W, J, E, T. Write those letters down. And don't worry, I make sure they're on the thumbnail, okay? Or shall I say, the intro description, just click on that and you will see these written down, okay? So don't worry about it. If you're like, what did she say? Yeah, just click on that, or I might leave it down in the comment section as well. I just want to make sure many of you are clicking on the right reading, okay? Now, group three, write this down: the first name letters: S, I, P, N, H, C, L. Write those letters down. Remember, first name, the first letter in your name, whether it's your actual first name or it can be your YouTube logo name that you may be drawn to. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Um, Disclaimer: I don't know everything, but I do knows what I know. I am an intuitive energy reader and I'm led by the spirit. So whatever's going to come out is not my opinion, family. I'm doing this as a labor of love. Now, if any of you are resonating with this reading, it's always good to show gratitude, because when it comes to manifesting, things happen just like this for you when you're operating in gratitude, especially when you are resonating with the reading. With that being said, for many of you who are able-bodied, think of your sister showing the gratitude of love, not only hitting the like button because you resonate with the reading, but also, send your sister a $3 tip. A $3 tip as a way of saying thank you. The two payment options will be down below, or you can always click on that button down below if you want to just pay, that way. But this is your way of saying thank you, my sister. A lot of people don't know. A lot of times they block their blessings because they don't show gratitude. One must show gratitude. And I'm only speaking to the ones that resonate with the message, because please know, you're not here by accident. Now, I'm speaking to group number one. This is for you. I'm going to be using about 4 decks, okay? And one of the decks will be a spiritual background check. This is my homemade reading deck that I use when it comes to many of you who are in relationships. And, you know, you're, something inside of you, something is this inside of you, is telling you something just not right, but you could be in denial. Or the fact is, you have not received any proof, okay? I'm going to be using this for you today when it comes to relationships. You will receive clarity today. Yes, you will. I'm also going to be using the Fortune Reading Oracle. I'm also going to be using the Psychic Tarot Oracle. And lastly, I'm going to be using the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, group number one. Let's get started with your collective reading. Hey, group number one. Let's get started. Collective reading for group number one, first name basis. Collective reading for group number one, first name basis. Whether it's their actual first name or their YouTube username. Okay, group number one. None of this is in divine order. They're just random messages. I have here the crown chakra message. It represents I know. So whatever's going on with you in your personal, in the present, in your life, many of you are operating in knowingness, meaning you're not in the dark about your current situation. You know what you know, okay? Keep that in mind. You're not in the dark. So whatever's going on presently with you, let me just say that you know about it. You know whether it's going on in your personal life, relations, on the job. You're operating in knowing. You're not in the dark about the situation. Now, this card actually came out upside down, but I feel that many of you, if you were in a dark place, feeling depressed, not feeling inspired, feeling down and out, many of you are coming out of that. Many of you are actually getting your jush back, if you know what I mean. You're starting to feel more creative, full of ideas. But there's a small few of you are feeling stuck, okay? Energetic wise and mental wise, okay? It seems like it's hard for you to take that 1 foot out of the bed. You're just not in a good place mentally and emotionally. It's like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But thanks be to the Most High God, many of you are coming out of that. Next is upside down. For many of you, this is the triumph success message. This message speaks about mental changes. Okay, I think about a mental conflict, and that's having the inability to get over something or someone. Many of you are mentally stuck. I think about mental stagnation. When it's upward, this is many of you coming out of that. But many of you are still going through the motion. It can be due to it's hard for you to get over that loved one that has passed. It can be due to it's hard for you to get over that life partner or that lover or that spouse, whatever the case may be. Or it could be a situation that someone could have, triggered you and pissed you off. Or it could be due to betrayal. Whatever this means to you, it's something that's constantly on your mind and it's hard for you to get past it. Many of you are not feeling hopeful for whatever reason. And actually, all three of these go hand in hand. I send you all my love, and just know that this too shall pass. Just continue to try and speak life over yourself, because no one voice matters more than yourself. Many of you are being very flexible at this time. You're doing a lot of juggling. This is flow. You see that? I know it's kind of dark. You see in the background this water. And when I think about water, I think about emotions, okay? Or somebody very emotional. But when I'm looking at this water, it looks like it's still to me, but actually it's flowing, because the message says flow. And I think about energy that flows. But like I know, when that energy seems to stop, it becomes stagnant. So many of you have been very stagnant energetically. Notice what I said. I didn't say physically, energetically. Many of you are like this, okay? Something has you like this. Energy needs to flow. And when it's not flowing, it's due to a blockage. So many of you, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I believe some of you, your chakras are blocked and they need to be open. And that can be due to trauma. That can be due to, you know, feelings of grief and pain. Anything can cause, your chakras to be blocked. I think about the heart chakra, it can be closed. That can be due to betrayal. It can be the root chakra. It can be your sacral chakra. But anyway, many of you energetically, your energy is not flowing. And it needs to flow in order for you to manifest. Let me just say that. One must be in alignment. This is the action message. Many of you are doing a whole lot of procrastinating. And the action steps that you need to take, you're not taking them for whatever reason. I'm not going to say you're lazy. Your sister's not going to say that. You could just be doing a lot of procrastinating. This is taking the necessary steps, moving forward, taking action. Many of you are like this. You're stagnant. You're not moving in the ways that matters. You know whose you are. And I say that with love. This is solitude. If many of you are currently operating in solitude, this message is for you. Many of you are coming out of solitude. You're getting out of those four walls. You're getting outside and, you're starting to mingle with others. Okay? Getting some fresh air around nature. You're pretty coming out of solitude, period. And being in solitude is not a bad thing, actually. A lot of times, that's how you find yourself when you spend a lot of quiet time alone, especially when you're using that time wisely. Let me just say that, okay? Talking to God, praying, meditating. That's using that time wisely. But many of you, as I stated, you're coming out of solitude from the perspective of many of you have been very depressed. And so that negative way of thinking, many of you are starting to renew your mind and you're coming out of that. You're trying to speak life over yourself and, like I say, come out of those four walls that had you pretty much keeping yourself in prison, if you know what I mean, okay? Because nobody's really seeing you. You're stuck inside a lot. You're in solitude. And family, you welcome. As you see, I'm very thorough because I care. Because I feel like when many of you are winning, I'm winning as well. Okay. Remember, this is a collective reading for group number one. Don't forget, there are other, you know, groups many of you need to check out as well when it comes to the readings because many of you, your initials are repeating. Just take that which resonate. This is upside down. This is the world message. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Do you hear that? It says be open to new possibilities. I think about opportunities that could show up, but it's upside down. It's upside down because many of you are very distracted on the wrong things or on the wrong individual. Or it can be your mindset that may have you upside down, if you know what I mean. You're not seeing things for what it is. Many of you are not able to see opportunities when they present themselves because you're distracted. You don't see it for what it is. Also, procrastinating, missing these opportunities. Maybe you think you're not good enough. Maybe you're not operating as far as having confidence. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Remember, it says be open. Don't close yourself from these possibilities, okay? Know that you are good enough. Upside down, the moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. I can't make it up. Let me bring it a little closer so you can see. Many of you are not heeding your intuition. Many of you are going by what you think versus what you know. Many of you are operating in knowing. So stop procrastinating and move by what you are feeling on the inside. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. Many of you are not feeling confident for whatever reason. I don't know if you feel like you're not good enough, you can't do it, but you can. Remember, speak life over yourself. You can do anything that you set your mind to. Now, many of you might be already in relationships. Many of you might be already married. Or you may have a life partner. Marriage, you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Many of you, for me to see this right here, many of you, those messages that came out earlier, they could have been past energies because many of you are starting to attract your significant other to you, your other half, possibly your soulmate. But you're starting to attract good things to you. And for me to see this right here, you're putting the work in. Your heart chakra must be open to receive this message right here. And see, when it comes to this message right here, it says you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. That starts with you. You must feel this way about yourself first in order for you to attract this. And if you have not attracted this yet, many of you are on the road to attracting this. Please know that because you're putting the work in behind the scenes. You're working on self-love. Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connections to spirit. And for you to be watching me, you're definitely spiritual. You know, help comes in all kind of forms of ways. Okay, the Most High God can use anybody. Okay, this won't be for everybody, but you know the relationships that you are in, it's for somebody. It is for you to heed the message. Let me just say that. Let me say this real quick. I do these kind of readings. If any of you are ever interested in the near future, go to my About Me section and you will see spiritual guidance background check readings. That's what this is. If you ever meet anybody new and you want to know their true intention towards you, or you just want to know that background information as far as what God is saying about them that you don't know nothing about, I would advise many of you to come to your sister and have one of these done. Okay, family? It will definitely protect you and save you from a lot of heartache, if you know what I mean. And it will keep people from wasting your time. Now, with that being said, this is collective reading. Many of you will resonate with it. Not all of the messages, but you would definitely resonate with some of these messages if you are presently in a relationship. In the near future, the need to forgive and compromise for this relationship to move forward positive and successfully. Now, notice what it said in the near future. So that lets you know there will be issues that are going to, show up, but forgiveness and compromise is needed for the relationship that you're presently in to move forward positively. Okay? Twin flame. You two has a connection. You are drawn to them. They will teach you a soul lesson if you move forward with this union. We know all relationships are not perfect, but when it comes to twin flame, just relationships, period. Let me just say that they're teaching you a lesson. You either teaching them a lesson or they're teaching you a lesson. But there's always a lesson when it comes to these relationships, okay? But it is for you to see it for what it is. Jealous and envious, distrustful, defensive, and suspicious. Who is this speaking to? Are you presently going through this now? Are you suspicious of your significant other? Don't rush into this. Get more information. Do more research. Are many of you just met somebody new? You think about taking it to the next level, but the spirit is saying, don't rush into this. Get more, hey, do your research, get more information on this joker. In time, if they feel that you're the one, they will change for you for the better. It says in time. If they feel like you're the one, yes, indeed, they will change for you. But that's only if they feel that you're the one. If not, the games will continue. Please know that. And many of you know what I mean when I say games. Possible soulmate connection, life partner, a good match. And many of you would know if you have this. You would know. And not so much of what they say, but it's what they saying matching up with their actions. Twin flame. You cross paths with someone you two has intense soul connection, mirroring your deepest insecurities. Notice it say they are mirroring your deepest insecurities. That means not only are you insecure, but you also encounter and attracted to you somebody that's mirroring your insecurities. All right, group one. I love you guys. And I thank you for trusting me to do this reading for you. Remember, for some of you, you need to try to look at some other groups, whether group 2 or group 3. Pay attention to the first initials and the first name. Like I said, if it's not your actual name, it could be your YouTube username. Okay, the first initials. So that being said, if you resonated with this, show your sister some love. Okay, it's all about gratitude. Hit that like button and also share. Your money may be funny. You may be like, well, sister, my money is kind of funny, but I will hit that like button. I will share your content. Share it on Facebook or on any other social media platforms. I love you guys. I really do. And thank you for taking the time to watch. Peace and love to you all. Like, share, and subscribe. And bye for now. Hey, group 2. Group 2. Hey, hello, hello. All righty, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using 3 decks. Let me see, actually 4 decks, okay? I'm doing that for each group. So anyway, remember, many of you, when it comes to your first name, the first letter in your first name, many of these letters are repeating in other groups. So you might want to check those group readings as well, okay? If you resonate with this group, okay, group 2, if you resonate with this reading, pay homage, show your sister some gratitude. Not only hit that like, I appreciate it, and share, but also if you're able-bodied, definitely, sow a seed of $3 to your sister, okay? Just $3 a tip. Okay, a $3 tip goes a long way. Please know that. The payment options, go to the About Me section, and you can see the 2 payment options, PayPal or Cash.app. Or if you want to just pay down below, you can do that too. Click on that link below. That'll be fine. So let's go ahead and get started, group 2. All right. All right, group number 2. Remember, this is a collective reading. Take that which resonate. And I always say with all of my readings, things have to play out. Now, we have here movement, choices, and decisions. For many of you, you have a decision to make. Behind the scenes, you're making moves. You have choices and decisions. Also, as you see, when it comes to these choices, you're looking at all of your options. And many of you are getting ready to make a decision. It just depends on what this means to you. And for many of you, you're making those decisions as we speak. And if not now, then in the coming days and weeks, yeah, many of you will be making a decision. Next is upside down. This is material and spiritual prosperity. Now, I think about someone that's balanced in this area, okay? This is someone, when it comes to spiritual and material, they are balanced. They do not honor one more than the other. Let me just say that. They have balance in this area. Many of you are out of balance when it comes to this right here. You value more the material than the spiritual. And when this card is upward, this is many of you, you value the spiritual more than the material. It's pretty much your balance, okay? You're not putting those material things in front of that which is most important, the spiritual, okay? I think about people who are chasing that money. And actually, we're not supposed to chase money. Money will come to us if we are in alignment. But anyway, for many of you, you know, you're chasing that money, and that money, you value that money more than, you value that money in material more than the spirit. So my advice to many of you is, you know, take time out for you and God. You know, spend some quiet time alone and not only talk to God, pray, but meditate. But that's just a sisterly advice, okay? This is many of you. This is the light, okay? This message speaks about renewal and growth. And many of you are feeling content, very content at this time. If you're not feeling like this, you will be in the coming days and weeks. Many of you could have been in a dark place, in depression, shall I say, but you're coming out of that. Many of you are more outside. You're not that sunlight to hit your body. Many of you are more outside more now. But you're definitely feeling a sense of renewal, period. Many of you, victory and success. This speaks about good news on the way following a difficult period. And these two definitely go hand in hand. If many of you were experiencing some struggles, personal struggles, shall I say, it looked like it's coming to an end. You're starting to come outside more. You're feeling more renewed. And once again, this speaks about good news that follows a difficult period. And if you haven't came to that good news yet, please know in the coming days and weeks, don't be surprised. All right. Remember, this is a collective reading for group 2. Take that which resonate. This has came out upside down. This is flow. It's interesting. This came out for group number 1 also. When this card is upward, I think about, you see that water in the back? It's moving. This is a still picture, but it's moving because the message says flow. But I think about the current of water moving. I also think about somebody that's very emotional because that's water in the background. But anyway, upper represents flowing, okay? Flowing of energy. Many of you are not flowing. Many of you are feeling stuck, energetically wise. And it could be physical as well. But I'm going to go ahead and say energetically wise. Many of you, it's hard for you to take that 1 foot out of the bed, if you know what I mean, okay? You're struggling for whatever reason. And if it's due to a job, maybe you don't like that job. You know, it may pay well, but you're still not happy. It's not fulfilling. You know, maybe you're not feeling passion when it comes to that particular job. But whatever this means to you, many of you are in stagnation, okay? Your energy is not flowing, and it needs to flow in order for you to manifest, okay? And this also lets me know that many of you, one of your chakras might be closed. All chakras must be open and be in alignment, okay? All your channels needs to be open to be in alignment for you to manifest, okay? So I would suggest many of you to continuously put the work in, okay? So you can get your energy to start back flowing. And it could be anything that can cause your energy to be in stagnation. You know, you can be depressed. That alone will have you unbalanced. But you know whose you are. You could be stressed out, and that can cause your energy to not be flowing. I have here relaxation. This is what many of you need to be doing. Stop stressing. Be still. Relax. Spend some time alone and just read a book. You know, or go outside. Do the thing that you love to do that makes you feel good. But definitely relax. And I also would suggest meditation as well. So I have here relaxation. And many of you are doing this now. Next, I have transformation. Many of you are going through this as we speak. Many of you were once operating as a caterpillar, and you know whose you are, and you're coming out of that caterpillar stage and turning into a butterfly. Spiritually, many of you are changing. Many of you are becoming very sensitive. Many of you are empaths, shall I say. But you're going through some kind of rebirth, okay? Some kind of transformation. As I stated, you know whose you are. Purification. I love seeing this right here. Many of you, let me just say this. You're putting the work in to where you are detoxing, okay? Those things that no longer serve you, you are removing from your life, okay? And also many of you are purifying your system, okay? I think about the word detox, whatever that means to you. It can be pretty much purification when it comes to anyone that you'd like to get close to you that was operating as an energy vampire. You are moving away those things that no longer serve you. You're purifying your system, your body, as well as your environment. How do they say spring cleaning? But the ultimate cleaning is within. All right, group two. As you see, I'm very passionate. It's because I care. And this is a labor of love. I really enjoy, shedding, bringing clarity to my brothers and sisters. For those who have ears to hear, please know there's no coincidence. I have here proposal. A romantic or business opportunities is indicated. So many of you are resonating with this as we speak. Notice what it says. A romantic or business opportunities is indicated. So that word opportunity, if many of you, if this so-called opportunity has not crossed your path yet, be expecting this every day. Be in a state of expectancy every day for this to show up. Okay? Also be in a state of gratitude daily, whether you see this or not, because that alone will usher in this right here. Okay? It takes for you to be in expectancy and gratitude. And this can be pertaining to a romantic partner or a business opportunity. One must be in alignment to receive this. And you knows whose you are. For many of you, this has already showed up. And for many of you, be on the lookout. Don't miss the opportunity due to being distracted on the wrong thing or on the wrong individual. Beware. Be aware. Be aware. Be aware. Be careful who you trust at this time. For many of you, you have loose lips. I say that with love. I say that with love. Stop putting your business on Fifth Street. People you think that you can trust, stop telling them things about you that they do not need to know. Whatever you got going on, that's between you and God, okay? Be aware, as the message says, of who you trust at this time. It came out upside down. I wasn't expecting to see this one. Let me see here. It says coffin. Natural endings abound. Take care of your health. But thank God it did come out upside down. So let's see here. Many of you have been dealing with health issues, okay? Many of you have been dealing with a health issue. And I did, because you see the word coffin, do not be alarmed, okay? It has additional meaning. It has additional meaning. I think about one's health. Many of you have been dealing with the health issues. It could just be, you've been stressing the hell out, okay? You've been having chest pains. You've been feeling anxiety. All that alone make you feel bad. It can make you have high blood pressure, you name it. Heart palpitations, as they say. But anyway, many of you have been dealing with health issues, okay? You know whose you are. But you know what? I'm so glad to see this come out upside down. I feel like many of you, your health is going to start to improve. So if you have been feeling some kind of pain or whatever, and you're noticing whether it's happening now, you're starting to come around, you're feeling a whole lot better. I'm so happy for you. This is a sign right here. If many of you are presently dealing with a health scare or health issues, it looks like things are going to start to turn around for you, okay? But my advice to you is think positive, no matter what you're going through. Be in a state of gratitude, no matter what you're going through. Think positive, no matter what you're going through. Speak life over yourself. And remember, nobody's voice should matter more than yourself. Look in the mirror. Speak life over yourself. But many of you, your health is going to start to improve. Next, look at that flower. You see that flower that has bloomed? Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. But notice the key word is be generous. Don't walk around like this. Yeah, you need your money, okay? Who don't? Everybody money's funny lately. We know this. But being in a state of gratitude and giving when you can goes a long way. Okay, it goes a long way. And I didn't say this. The message came out. Flower. I think about sowing seeds. There are all kind of seeds. There's seeds when it comes to money, and there's seeds when it comes to kindness. What you put out there boomerangs and come back to you. Many of you are operating in this, and that's wonderful to see. Okay? So many of you know what time it is. You're very generous. And you know what? That seed that many of you are planting, what you are believing for is coming. As you see, this flower has bloomed. Okay? Flower, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. I'm getting ready to use my spiritual background check homemade deck. Just because it's homemade, don't let that fool you, okay? I'm led by the Spirit. I do these kind of readings. If you go to my About Me section, you will see the information when it comes to the spiritual background check readings. This is a collective reading, just for those that resonate as far as what's going to come out. If you are in a relationship, the Spirit is going to reveal those things, okay? But if you are in denial, well, that's fine too. This is only for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. I do these kind of readings because many people meet people and they don't know their true intentions towards them, and they just don't know too much about the individual. You know, I always say what's behind that spirit of the individual. So with that being said, that's what this kind of reading is about. So if any of you ever need me in the near future, you meet somebody new, you want to know their true intentions towards you. Not only that, you know, you want to know about this individual as far as how the spirit sees them. Okay, I would suggest you get this reading. It can really save you from a lot of heartache and keep you from wasting your time being with somebody that's not with you for all the right reasons. Now, let me say this. We know all relationships are not perfect, and that's not what this is about. There are some things about an individual you can't look past, and that's fine, who don't have issues. But then there are things that are like a red flag you need to be heeding, okay? Let's get started. Sneaky. Already living with someone, maybe married. So many of you may be seeing somebody that's living a double life. They love to play the victim, never looking in the mirror to correct their poor negative action. Who are you talking to that's operating in this? Flashback. Has past traumas due to accident slash I'm just going to say SA, may have a mental health problem or stress disorder. So this speaks about you meeting someone and this is their background as far as experiencing trauma and how it's affecting them in their adulthood, okay? And you're wondering why they act the way they act. They're not over their ex. Give them space and time to heal or simply back off. Their heart is not 100 with you. Now, this is very significant, my brothers and my sisters. This is like meeting somebody. You're very attracted to them, okay? You have a connection with this individual, but they're not over their ex, meaning you're only going to receive fragments of them. This individual is not whole. And when you get involved in an individual like this, okay, you're not going to have all of them because in their heart, they're still reminiscing on the ex. They still really prefer to be with that ex, okay? You're only getting from them what they are able to give you, if you know what I mean, okay? Now, if you know this, you would not have gotten involved with this individual, but a lot of people still do because they think it could change a person, and you cannot. The person needs to be whole. This person is a good catch. They see your worth. They see you long term. Now, many of you got a good catch, and you would know. Not only pay attention to what they say, but their action is in alignment with what they say. The actions line up, so you would know. In the near future, the need to forgive and compromise for this relationship to move forward positive and successfully. So, for many of you who are in a relationship, remember, no relationship is perfect, but there will be problems and issues. So what this is saying is, whomever you are seeing, whether you just met this person or, you being, or just a long time relationship, whatever the case may be, all right? Whatever issues come out in your relationship, compromise and forgiveness is needed for this relationship to continue in a positive manner. And you may be the one that may forgive, but they may not forgive. Thank you, group number 2. I love you guys. I thank you for your love supporting my channel. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, give us a good thumbs up. If you want to tip a sister, tip me below or go to my About Me section and you can see the 2 payment options, $3. It goes a long way. I love you. And remember, give, so shall you receive. Even if your giving is a like and share this video, you can share it on Facebook to help others who may cross path, this video. Bye, group number 2. I love you guys. Bye. Hey, group number 3. Hello, hello, hello. As you see, many of you, when it comes to your first name, a lot of these messages, for some of you, you have to watch more than one group, okay? And that's fine. Like I always say, take that which resonate. Now, what I'm going to do, this is a labor of love, okay? I'm doing this because I care and just to help, shed light and bring clarity to many of you. Now, as I stated, this is a labor of love. I appreciate it, many of you. If you resonate with this reading, okay, give me a like. Feel free to share on other platforms such as Facebook so others can see this video. And if you are able-bodied, sow me a $3 tip down below, only if you feel like you resonated with this reading. And remember, there are other groups, so pay attention to the first letter in your first name, or it can be your channel name, okay? But getting back to the tip, you can tip me down below, or you can go to my About Me section and you will see the 2 payment options. That's for those who are able-bodied, okay? I understand everybody's money is kind of funny. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using 4 oracle decks, okay, family? Remember, this is a collective reading. So let's get started, group 3, shall we? Okay, group 3. Remember, this is a collective reading. None of this is divine order. A lot of this, many of you are resonating in the now. And for many of you, it looks like this is going to be playing out in the coming days and weeks. I probably say less than 3 weeks. But let's go ahead and get started. This is awareness. And it came out upside down for many of you. There's a small amount of you that are operating in awareness, meaning you are aware of what's going on around you, as well as you are aware of what's going on. When I mean around you, I mean like your environment, at home, your love life, pretty much what's going on around you. Period. Okay. There's a small select of you that are in awareness. You know what's going on. Okay, you're not in denial. You know what's going on, but there are many of you that are not operating in awareness. Okay, you may be blind to the truth. You may be in denial. Maybe you don't want to accept what you are hearing or what you are saying, but you're not operating in awareness. And also, I can get this if you're very distracted. You're not focused. Okay. I have the truth card that came out upside down. When it's upside down, this letting me know that many of you are not receiving the truth. Somebody could be lying to you. Also, this can let me know I got tongue twisted. Also, this can let me know that many of you are in the dark about something. Okay, about something or about someone. Let me just say that you're not receiving the truth. Next, I have the temptation message. For many of you, you are feeling tempted. It just depends on what this means to you. It can be due to an addiction, self-medicating, drugs or alcohol. But I think about temptations. I think about you being tempted on something that's not for your highest good to be acting out on, shall I say, okay? So anyway, temptation speaks for itself. I'm just praying that many of you will not be running your feet to evil, okay? But anyway, when I think about temptation, I also think about addictions. That's all I'm going to say. Next, I have spiritual strength. Many of you are dealing with a lot right now. You're carrying a definitely a heavy load. Let me just say that. But at least many of you are doing the right thing. You know, you are retreating, going within, and you're tapping in, seeking spiritual strength at this time, okay? You call on the higher power to help you. That's something. It seemed like certain cars keep coming back out. So many of you would know that to be true if you look at your first name and you see that it's been repeated in other groups. You would see certain messages keep coming back out. So it's something that you definitely need to be paying attention to. I have here abundance. It came out upside down. Now, that word abundance means many, many things to many people. It's not so much of money, okay? To me, the ultimate abundance is peace. Hello, somebody. And for others, it's peace and financial security. It just depends on what this means to you. Many of you is not feeling abundance. It just depends on what this means to you. Maybe you're not feeling a sense of peace of mind right now. It's something that you're lacking in some area of your life to where you're not feeling abundance at this time, okay? And for the most part, it could be a lack of peace of mind. You know, you could be worrying or stressing about something. I have here transformation. Many of you are experiencing some kind of spiritual rebirth, shall I say. You're moving from a caterpillar stage way of thinking and being, and you are transforming to a butterfly. Behold, he makes all things new. So congratulations for many of you. If you're not going through this now, you will be. Something's going to happen in your life to where this right here is going to show up. Please know that. So I have here transformation. And I think about spiritual transformation, okay? Next, I have purification. I think about for many of you, you're doing a lot of detoxing inwardly, okay? No longer holding on to those things that does not serve you anymore, especially if many of you have been doing a lot of self-medicating. I can see many of you detoxing, or maybe you're doing a lot of spring cleaning, even though spring is over with, but you are still removing those things that no longer serve you, okay? It can be people. It can be change of environment, but many of you are, operating in purification at this time, and you knows whose you are. You're cleaning house, as within, so without. It came out upside down. This is flow. And you know what? This card came out for all groups. It came out for all groups. There's water in the background. I think about someone that's very emotional, okay? But also there's a current that's flowing because it says flow. This is when your energy is flowing, okay? As far as in your emotions and your actions. Many of you are stuck in stagnation. I can get this if you're holding on to your emotions and you're not letting them and you're not releasing them. I can get this also. Many of you, when it comes to when it comes to energy wise, you're in stagnation. Energy needs to flow. Maybe some of you, your chakras are blocked, but your energy is not flowing and it needs to flow. And for the most part, probably your emotions. I don't know if many of you feeling bitter, feeling some type of way, but it's time for many of you to release those emotions that no longer serve you. Because the feel is to heal. Please know that. Okay, group 3, let's get started. Just take that which resonate. And there are timelines to my reading, so a lot of this is playing out for many of you in the now, and a lot of this will be playing out in the coming days and weeks. Please know that. I'll probably say less than 3 weeks. But anyway, take that which resonate. I have here a fire. Let go. Now remember I just said let go earlier? When it comes to those emotions, I said it earlier. This is confirmation for somebody. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. Yeah. So many of you are stuck on yesterday. Okay. Many of you need to let go of yesterday because that's baggage as well. Many of you need to let go of the pain that you've been harnessing and holding on to, so you can make room for something new to enter in. But when you keep holding on to yesterday, it's hard to receive that which is new that God is trying to bring into your life because you're not making room for it. Now, don't be alarmed because it's saying death. Death represents endings, okay? A time of natural transition and transformation. And didn't we see the transformation card earlier? So this is for somebody. You see those butterflies? Are those butterflies? It look like butterflies and dragonflies. You see that? Like butterflies and dragonflies. Pretty much many of you are going to start to change spiritually, okay? And I believe mental as well, because there must be balance mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So many of you are definitely going to be transitioning from the perspective of, I think about, what's the word I'm looking for? It's another word I'm looking for. I can't think of it right now. It's another word I'm looking for, family. But you get what I'm going with this, okay? This speaks about transformation, period. Let me see. Where's that message at? Because it did come out earlier. Here it is. Remember this? See? This is confirmation for many of you. See that? It's pretty much out with the old and in with the new. Okay? Many of you are changing in a beautiful way. That's the point I'm trying to make. And that's still like a death in a way, because you no longer carrying yourself in the old ways of thinking, the old ways of being, okay? Next is upside down. This is the moon card. This came out also on one of the other groups, but it was upward. This is upside down. Moon, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently, okay? Now, it says pay attention to your intuition. A lot of you are not paying attention to your intuition. You're not heeding it. It also says, and at this time and move ahead confidently. Many of you are not moving ahead confidently. You're many of you are operating in insecurities, okay? And you're not operating as far as being confident. And you knows whose you are, especially if you're doing a whole lot of procrastinating. You knows whose you are, okay? It's time to move ahead boldly, confidently, okay? And please heed and listen to your intuition. Birth. It looks like a baby, doesn't it? Yeah, holding a baby hand. Universal energies brings you opportunities and possibilities. Wow, I think about new beginnings. Universal energies brings you opportunities and possibilities. So for many of you to be in alignment to receive these opportunities, okay, and possibilities, you must be in alignment. You can't be too distracted on the wrong things or on the wrong individuals. Remember that temptation card, that, what shall I say, message, okay? But many of you are in alignment, okay? Many of you are in alignment to receive this. There are going to be some new opportunities that are going to be headed your way, but it is for you to see it for what it is so you can grab onto it, okay? And I don't know, maybe many of you might be expecting. How about you take that test? All right, lastly, this is my homemade deck, spiritual background check. I do this a lot behind the scenes for my clients, those who comes to me when they meet somebody new and they want to know their true intentions. They just want to know, what do the spirit have to say about this person, period, all right? Because we know people can tell us anything. And I am led by the spirit, please know that. So if any of you are ever interested in a reading like this with your sister in the near future, go to my About Me section. You will see all the readings that I offer and their prices and the 2 payment options, okay? I do these kind of readings because I care. I'm so tired of seeing a lot of my sisters get involved with these people that are taking them out because they didn't know their true intentions. And it doesn't have to necessarily be that they're taking them out. They're with them for all the wrong reasons. A lot of times people want to use you and spit you out. Or you could be with a psychopath. You just never know. Or you can be with somebody that's living a double life. You just never know. So that being said, this is a collective reading for those that are in a They are present in a relationship, or you talking to somebody, or you just talking to somebody that you just have met. Okay, the Most High God knew those that were going to watch this video, and actually those that were going to choose number 3. So this is for you. Okay, love yourself enough to watch this right here. And if you don't really believe in this right here, just sit back and let things play out. You'll find out that whoever you're talking to, yeah, it's definitely talking to that person. Okay? It's definitely speaking about that individual. And let me say this, we know all relationships are not perfect, but because everybody have issues, but there are things about people that we should not be turning a blind eye to and be in denial, okay, and ignoring the red flags. Yeah, many of you are in denial. I see that right now. And you know what? It's hard for me to get people to want this kind of reading. 'Cause a lot of people just don't want to know. And when I'm doing these reading on these women, okay, they didn't want to know. They didn't want to know. But had they came to somebody like me, they would not have gotten involved with those individuals that took them out. Please know that. And every day is always some female going missing. And it's not so much of their partner, it could be somebody else that they had encountered, that they was talking to. But had they known what they known, they would never have given that person any of their time. With that being said, remember collective reading. They can be very demanding, pushy, don't respect the word no. That's very interesting for this to come out. So many of you are with somebody that's like this, whether you are currently with them or somebody new that has entered your life. You would know. You know how they carry themselves. They're very pushy, very demanding. They don't respect the word no. An individual like this crosses boundaries. And that's not healthy. And notice, look at my shirt. I said what I said. Respect the no. I created this right here. I created this shirt because I think about the victims of these women that I've done reading on that said no, but the person crossed the boundaries with them and they're no longer here. If any of you are interested in one of these, you got to scroll all the way down in my community section and you will see this shirt. But if you're looking for it, just hit me up and I will give you the link. Okay? Don't know how to truly love. They don't even love themselves. Many of you are presently with someone like this, or you have met somebody like this. Unbeknownst to you, they don't even love themselves. So how do you expect them to love you in the ways that matters to you? Has mixed feelings, in the closet, not being honest with their sexuality. Many of you, let me just say this, you're with someone or you just met somebody that's in the closet, okay? And if you're okay with that, that's fine. Okay, maybe you don't want to know. You don't have to accept this message. It's not for everybody, but somebody met somebody that's having mixed feelings. They're in the closet, okay? Maybe they just like both sex. That's their thing, okay? There may be a marriage proposal in the near future with this one. Forgive and compromise is needed to move forward. So many of you, you do, or shall I say, you have crossed path with someone, okay? Either you're with them now or you have crossed path with this individual. They seem to be a good catch. Now, there are going to be issues in the relationship, and compromise and forgiveness is needed for your union to move forward positively. But notice what it says. There may be a marriage proposal in the near future with this one. And of course, if you wanted confirmation, you would have to come to me behind the scenes to have one of these, and you would know if this individual that you're with is the one. What you want, they're not ready nor willing to give at this time. They need to heal from past traumas. Many of you are currently with somebody, or you just met somebody. What you desire from them, they're not willing to give it to you because they are not whole on the inside. They are fragment, meaning they have issues that needs to be healed. They are still, how can I say this? They are still yearning for yesterday, meaning the past, the ex. Okay, they have not healed from their last relationships, but they are with you, and they're only with you because you are a distraction. I'm talking to somebody, okay? And you would know. You would know by their actions how they're treating you, what they are willing to give you versus what they're not willing to give you. You only have fragments of them. You do not have them as in a whole, shall I say, because it needs to heal. That's why you're not getting what you want out of the relationship. Don't rush the process. Be patient. Give them time, the need to reflect on this situation. So many of you could be a little distance in your relationship. I would suggest you to back off. Give them time and space to think and reflect. Just don't rush it, because you might make matters worse. Okay, don't try to rush anything, and don't try to solve the problem. Let give this person time to think, okay, and to reflect on the situation. You just be still and wait for them to reach out to you, okay? In denial, you saw what you saw and you heard what you heard. This is many of you. That's why you don't want to come to people like me, because you're going to get the judge, shall I say. Light's going to be shed in that darkness, and many of you don't want to hear it. You're in denial. You saw what you saw and you heard what you heard, okay? You saw those text messages. You saw the inbox. You clicked on the browser and saw what they were looking at. Stop being in denial. But this is many of you. And whomever many of you have hooked up with, yeah, this is going to be the MO with that individual. But many of you are going to be in denial because you don't want to accept it. And I know I'm speaking to somebody. So I love you, family. This was a labor of love. If you feel like you resonated with this reading spread, group 3, give me a like, okay? Feel free to share your views on this reading. Also, like, share, and subscribe for those who are not subscribed. Become one of my butterfly family. I do this quite often as far as giving back. If any of you like a personal reading, go to my About Me section to see the readings that I offer, their prices, and the 2 payment options. For many of you who have received this message and you are taking heed because you resonate with the message, if you are able-bodied, so a $3 donation, okay? It goes a long way. You can click on that link below and pay, or you can go to my About Me section and you can see the 2 payment options. I love you, family. Please be safe. I do this because I care. Because as you know, I do crime readings and missing person readings. And I keep saying to myself, if only these ladies came to somebody like myself and others, could have let them know, wow, this is not the one. Please avoid this individual. So anyway, family, I love you. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.